Our planet teems with life, from the smallest insects to the largest whales. But how did Earth, once a barren rock, become the cradle of life? The answers lie in the grand history of life on Earth. Our story begins roughly 4.5 billion years ago with the formation of Earth. From these primordial waters, life emerged, simple, single-celled organisms clinging to existence. Through their actions, they transformed the planet, shaping the very air we breathe. As we delve deeper, we'll encounter pivotal moments: the oxygen revolution, the Cambrian Explosion, the rise and fall of dinosaurs, and the emergence of Homo sapiens. Each chapter is a testament to evolution, a process of constant change and adaptation. Understanding the history of life is about understanding ourselves and our place in the grand scheme of things. By exploring our past, we gain a deeper understanding of the present and a clearer vision for the future.
Our journey begins in space about 4.6 billion years ago. Imagine a swirling cloud of gas and dust, a nebula, remnants of ancient stars. Gravity drew these particles together, a cosmic dance spanning millions of years. As the cloud contracted, it began to spin, heating up and forming our sun. The sun's birth was violent, causing shock waves that pushed and pulled the remaining gas and dust. Tiny particles clumped together, forming larger bodies, the seeds of planets, including Earth. Earth, still in its infancy, was a hot and volatile place, bombarded by asteroids and comets. As Earth grew, its gravitational pull attracted more debris, intensifying the bombardment. A Mars-sized object, Theia, collided with Earth, melting its surface and forming our moon. This impact tilted Earth's axis, giving us seasons, and contributed to the formation of our magnetic field. As Earth cooled, its molten surface solidified, forming the first crust. Volcanic activity created a new, albeit toxic, atmosphere. Water vapor condensed, forming clouds and torrential rains that filled basins to create the first oceans. The early Earth was harsh, with a toxic atmosphere and acidic oceans. Yet the stage was being set for the emergence of life. Asteroids and comets delivered vital ingredients, seeding Earth with the building blocks of life. Over millions of years, Earth's environment stabilized, allowing the planet to cool further. The stage was set for the emergence of the first life forms. Imagine the early Earth, a world vastly different from our own. Volcanoes erupted and the oceans were a chemical soup. It was in this environment that life first emerged, between 4.5 and 3.5 billion years ago. The prevailing theory is that life arose from non-living matter through abiogenesis. The early Earth provided the perfect conditions, a warm, watery environment rich in organic molecules. The emergence of life was a momentous occasion, a pivotal turning point in our planet's history. The first life forms were likely very simple, single-celled organisms. They faced a harsh world, competing for resources and withstanding extreme conditions. One puzzle is how hereditary information was first stored and passed on. The RNA world hypothesis suggests early life used RNA as their primary genetic material. Over time, DNA took over long-term genetic storage, and proteins became the primary workhorses of the cell. This transition paved the way for more complex life forms. Evidence for the earliest life comes from fossilized remnants of ancient microbes. Stromatolites, layered structures formed by microbial mats, provide a glimpse into early life. Certain chemical signatures in ancient rocks indicate the presence of past life. These early life forms were remarkably successful, adapting to various environments. Their success was crucial for the next major chapter, the oxygen revolution. The rise of oxygen posed a significant threat to early life forms, but also drove evolution.
In the primordial oceans, life was evolving. Early microorganisms developed photosynthesis, a process that would forever change life on Earth. Photosynthesis offered a revolutionary way to harness energy from sunlight. Photosynthetic organisms thrived, spreading rapidly through the oceans. As they multiplied, they released increasing amounts of oxygen into the atmosphere. Oxygen was toxic to most life forms at that time, posing a significant threat. The rise of oxygen forced life to adapt or die. Some organisms evolved ways to protect themselves from oxygen's harmful effects. The rise of oxygen had a profound impact on the evolution of life. The Great Oxidation Event marked a turning point in Earth's history. Oxygen was toxic to many organisms, forcing them to adapt or perish. Some evolved antioxidant mechanisms, while others developed aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration allowed organisms to grow larger and develop more complex structures. The stage was set for the emergence of multicellular life. The oxygen revolution was a major breakthrough in the history of life. The oxygen revolution transformed Earth's environment. The atmosphere became oxygen-rich, paving the way for more complex life forms. The formation of the ozone layer protected life from harmful radiation. Life ventured onto land for the first time, thanks to the protective ozone layer. The story of photosynthesis and the oxygen revolution is a testament to the power of life to shape its own destiny. The power of cooperation. For billions of years, single-celled organisms had the planet to themselves. They evolved and diversified, adapting to extreme environments. Yet there was a limit to their complexity. The next great leap required a radical new strategy: cooperation. Single-celled organisms began to band together, forming colonies. This division of labor allowed for greater complexity and efficiency. Multicellular organisms could grow larger and develop specialized tissues and organs. The Cambrian Explosion, a burst of diversity. 540 million years ago, life exploded in diversity. This period saw the emergence of major animal phyla. New body plans and sensory organs evolved. The oceans teemed with bizarre creatures. The cause of this diversification is still debated. Rising oxygen levels may have played a role. New developmental genes also contributed. The Cambrian Explosion was pivotal for life on Earth. The Cambrian Explosion wasn't just about the emergence of new body plans and species. It was also about the diversification of life into new ecological niches. With so many different types of organisms competing for resources, natural selection favored those that could exploit new food sources, find new habitats, and avoid becoming prey. Some animals, such as the trilobites, became highly successful grazers, scouring the seafloor for food. Others, like the Anomalocaris, evolved into fearsome predators with large, grasping appendages and sharp teeth. Still, others developed symbiotic relationships, such as the relationship between corals and photosynthetic algae. This diversification of life into new ecological niches led to the establishment of complex food webs, with producers, consumers, and decomposers all interacting in a delicate balance. The oceans, once dominated by simple, single-celled organisms, had transformed into vibrant ecosystems, teeming with life at all levels. The Cambrian Explosion marked a turning point in the history of life on Earth. It was a time of unprecedented biological innovation, a period when the basic blueprints for most of the animal life we see today were first laid down. The legacy of the Cambrian is all around us, in the incredible diversity of life that inhabits our planet.
For billions of years, life flourished in the oceans. Around 500 million years ago, life began a daring leap from water to land. The journey was fraught with challenges. Despite these hurdles, life found a way. The arrival of plants on land was a pivotal moment in Earth's history. Descendants of green algae adapted to fresh water. Early plants possessed vascular tissue. This allowed them to transport water and nutrients, enabling growth and inland spread. Their green leaves harnessed sunlight for photosynthesis, transforming the barren landscape. Plants created habitats and food sources, anchoring soil and preventing erosion. The first forests, with giant ferns and horsetails, created lush ecosystems. Photosynthesis enriched the atmosphere with oxygen, paving the way for air-breathing animals. As plants colonized the land, creating new habitats and food sources, animals followed. The first animals to venture onto land were likely arthropods, such as insects, spiders, and millipedes. Vertebrates, animals with backbones, followed suit. Early amphibians, with sturdy limbs and the ability to breathe air, exploited new terrestrial opportunities. The transition from fins to feet was a remarkable feat of evolution. As life on land flourished, a new group of animals began to rise to prominence: the reptiles. Descendants of amphibians, reptiles evolved the amniotic egg, allowing them to reproduce on land. This innovation freed them from aquatic environments. Reptiles could lay hard-shelled eggs in diverse habitats, giving them a significant advantage. The Permian period saw reptiles diversifying, including the ancestors of dinosaurs, the archosaurs. The Permian period ended with a mass extinction, paving the way for the rise of the dinosaurs. In the wake of the Permian extinction, the Mesozoic era, often called the Age of Dinosaurs, began. Dinosaurs seized the opportunity, diversifying into a dazzling array of forms. From colossal sauropods to fearsome theropods like Tyrannosaurus rex, they ruled for over 180 million years. The supercontinent Pangaea began to break apart, forming today's continents. Dinosaurs thrived in this ever-changing world. The skies were ruled by pterosaurs. Oceans teemed with ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs. These magnificent creatures eventually met their demise in another dramatic event. The dinosaurs, despite their size and dominance, were not invincible. Their reign ended around 66 million years ago, likely due to a catastrophic asteroid impact. This asteroid, about 6 miles wide, hit the Yucatan Peninsula, causing massive destruction. The impact triggered wildfires, earthquakes, and tsunamis. Dust and debris blocked the sun, plunging Earth into darkness and cold. Some dinosaur lineages survived, evolving into birds. These feathered descendants inherited agility and intelligence, thriving in the New World. The end of dinosaurs paved the way for the rise of mammals. Mammals diversified, occupying niches once dominated by dinosaurs.
As dinosaurs thundered across the prehistoric landscape, mammals thrived in their shadow. Small, furry, and often nocturnal, these early mammals lived hidden lives. They occupied niches dinosaurs couldn't, like burrowing, living in trees, or foraging at night. Mammals developed mammary glands, nourishing their young with milk. This set the stage for mammals to rise in evolutionary history. The asteroid impact that ended the Cretaceous period spelled doom for dinosaurs, but for mammals, it was an unprecedented opportunity. They evolved rapidly, filling vacant niches. From the Arctic tundra to tropical rainforests, mammals diversified, marking the Cenozoic era as the age of mammals. Placental mammals, with longer gestation periods, had a competitive edge, quickly dominating terrestrial ecosystems. From elephants and cheetahs to primates and whales, mammals evolved into a dazzling array of forms, each uniquely adapted to its environment. While mammals were inheriting the land, a remarkable lineage of dinosaurs was taking to the skies: the birds. Birds are the direct descendants of theropod dinosaurs, evolving the ability to fly over millions of years. Feathers, initially for insulation or display, transformed into aerodynamic structures. Hollow bones and powerful chest muscles evolved to power flights. Birds now inhabit every continent, showcasing the power of adaptation. The story of humans is woven into the grand tapestry of life on Earth. Our branch emerged recently, diverging from chimpanzees 6 to 8 million years ago. In Africa, a new kind of ape began an evolutionary journey. Early hominins, our ancestors, were smaller with sloping foreheads. They walked upright, freeing their hands for tools and food. With larger brains, they developed strategies to survive. As hominins ventured beyond their African cradle, their brains continued to evolve, growing in size and complexity. This increase in brain power, coupled with their adaptable nature and social intelligence, allowed them to colonize new environments, develop sophisticated tools and technologies, and eventually give rise to our own species, Homo sapiens, roughly 300,000 years ago. Homo sapiens, with their even larger brains and capacity for abstract thought, language, and creativity spread across the globe, outcompeting other hominin species and leaving an indelible mark on the planet. They developed complex societies, art, music, and language, transforming from hunter-gatherers into farmers, builders, and explorers. The rise of humans has been nothing short of remarkable. Our species has harnessed fire, developed agriculture, built cities, and even ventured beyond the confines of our planet. We have achieved feats of engineering, art, and science that would have been unimaginable to our hominin ancestors. However, our journey has also been marked by conflict, environmental degradation, and social inequality. As we stand at the pinnacle of our evolutionary success, we face a critical juncture. The choices we make today will determine the fate of our species and the planet we call home.
From the fiery birth of our planet to the rise of humankind, the story of life on Earth is a testament to persistence and interconnectedness. Billions of years of evolution have produced breathtaking diversity, a tapestry woven from survival, extinction, and transformation. We, Homo sapiens, are a single chapter in this grand narrative with the power to shape the planet's future. As we've journeyed through time, we've witnessed both resilience and fragility. Forces like volcanic eruptions and asteroid impacts brought mass extinctions and new life. Change is the only constant, and adaptation is key to survival. Today we stand at a pivotal moment. We are the inheritors of an extraordinary legacy, a planet teeming with life, yet our actions have global consequences impacting ecosystems and countless species. Climate change, habitat destruction, and pollution threaten life on Earth, pushing species towards extinction. The story of life on Earth is far from over. The next chapter is yet to be written, and we hold the pen. It is up to us to choose our legacy, to forge a sustainable future where humanity and nature thrive.